Hi everyone, today we're going to be taking a look at the national polling averages in, nationally, and there has been a dramatic shift very recently because as of right now, there's a lot of very interesting shifts. Okay, probably the big shift. We have a new leader in national polls. Senator Bernie Sanders has officially taken the lead in the Real Clear Politics average of all the polls. He's up 4.4 points on Joe Biden, so Sanders at 23.6%, Biden at 19.2%. Bloomberg at 14.2%, Warren at 12.4%, Buttigieg at 10.6%, Klobuchar at 4.6%, Yang, who has now dropped out, at 3.0%, Steyer at 1.8%, Tulsi Gabbard at 1.6%. So, obviously, main headline, Bernie Sanders now leads nationally. You can see that if you go out in the past 3 months, Sanders has really seen a surge here in support. He keeps going on an upward trajectory here. And Biden's gone from 30.7, roughly staying even, until about here when he was at 26.0. It was a slow decline until 26.0, and then boom, just falling off a cliff there, 19.2% right now in the Real Clear Politics average. Sanders at 23.6%. But there's a lot of other numbers in here, not just how Sanders is leading. And that's probably the most important. Whoever is leading nationally, it's good to be leading nationally. I mean, it means you're most likely to win the most amount of votes. But another thing that we need to keep in mind is a few other candidates are also rising. But before we get onto those, let's just talk about Joe Biden's fall. So if you take a look all the way back out to the max, this is all of the time, right? Joe Biden about 27%, 28%. He announces, boom, shoots up to 41.2%. And then he goes down, and then boom, down. This is when Kamala Harris took shots at Joe Biden over busing. But then he eventually was able to come back up, and then he's pretty much stayed even throughout the primary process. However, this is the first time ever we have ever seen Joe Biden go below the 25% threshold. Right now he's in fact below the 20% threshold. Right now he's at 19.2%. And he has, if you just take a look, he never in his polling he's gone below that threshold. Bernie Sanders, next person, he started at 17.7%. Now he's at 23.6%. But most of that growth, I mean, he did go down when Biden announced his campaign, but then he was mostly staying very consistent throughout the primary. But recently we've seen a surge for Senator Bernie Sanders. But Joe Biden, absolute crashing, coming down. And right now in his campaign, they are very nervous. Right now, another person we need to take a look at, Michael Bloomberg. Michael Bloomberg now in third place nationally, 14.2%. It was big news when we were like, oh, he's getting 4%, 5%. This is pretty big. And then boom, passes Pete Buttigieg. And now we've really seen a sort of surge from Michael Bloomberg here. He's at 14.2%. If he can get to 15.0% in a few states, especially the big states, then he will be able to pick up a lot of delegates on Super Tuesday. So Sanders up, Biden down, Bloomberg up. Sorry about that. Bloomberg up. Pete Buttigieg going up after his Iowa caucus result. Iowa was on February 3, I believe. He was at 6.4. Now he's at 10.4. So increasing there as well. Pete Buttigieg increasing. Elizabeth Warren mostly holding steady at around 15%. Recently there has been a small drop off down to 12. But overall, Elizabeth Warren going slightly down, Michael Bloomberg surging, Bernie Sanders surging, Pete Buttigieg surging, and then Biden going down. Pretty much everyone's benefiting from Biden's fall. And then everyone else here, Tom Steyer going down, Tulsi Gabbard going down. The other candidates are starting to retreat. And you can see this is the first ever time, except for this is only the second day in the primary where Joe Biden has not been in first place. There was October 8th, Elizabeth Warren passed him very slightly, and now Bernie Sanders has passed him, but by a much bigger margin right now. Taking a look at some individual polls, there is some good news for Biden. Hill-Harris still shows him up 3, but overall the picture is clear. Joe Biden's campaign is it's on life support right now. He needs to go attack at this next debate. He needs to take risks like we've never seen him take risks, just like Warren needs to start taking more risks. But yeah, that's it for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Big picture: Sanders surging, Bloomberg surging, Pete surging, Warren falling, Biden falling, and then minor candidates also falling. So that's it for today's video, guys. Thank you for watching, and good night.